Welcome to today's broadcast. Shout out to our sponsors. And now for our broadcast.
Good afternoon and welcome to Schlieve Field here as we get ready for this Trailways East Conference tournament or conference game between the Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders and the Oakfield Mighty Oaks of Oakfield. The Crusaders are the home team here at Schlieve. Again, we talk about this often. These are two teams that we cover a lot. And since we do end up covering them a lot, it's also difficult for us to make sure that we're making that broadcast because we like both of these communities. We love both of these kids. We love both of these coaches. And it just makes it very, very challenging for us to make the calls today. So we're going to be excited about both teams, which is the way that it should be. I mean, yes, sometimes we talk about who's a homer and who's a not, as especially when we're at the tournament, and who we're covering and who we're not covering. And yes, that is us at Jeff's live stream that we are here covering both of these teams. We're going to step aside here and we're going to come back and I'm going to run a few ads and then we'll come back with some of the pregame. You're listening to Jeff Sauer along with Dr. Cameron Hatcher here on Jeff's live stream.
Baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
Andy Kolker at My Property Shop is ready to assist you with your real estate needs. She prides herself on quick and smooth transactions with excellent negotiation skills. She is the local agent who puts your needs ahead of her own. Andy has already sold over $1 million in property in the first quarter of 2025. Do you want quality, detailed, accurate information in the real estate market? If so, contact Andy today. My Property Shop, located at 6 East Franklin Street, Waupun, or call or text 920-296-8738.
Hello, this is Jeff Sauer with Jeff's Livestream. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast. Our purpose, first and foremost, is to bring glory to God. Second is to draw attention to the student athletes, promote the great things they and their schools are doing, and promote the businesses and the people running them within our communities. Our mission is to create memories for student athletes, families, teams, and communities, as well as allowing for viewers to see their athletes or teams perform regardless of where the viewer is located. If you'd like to join us as a sponsor to help us fulfill our purpose and mission, feel free to give me a call at 920-345-2066 or email me at livestreamjeff@gmail.com. I'd love to talk.
Welcome back here to Jeff's live stream here at Schlieve Field. Let's take a look first of all at the information here for the Oakfield Mighty Oaks. Overall record is 5-8 as a team this year. 93 hits for the program. Their batting average for the team is .279. Their pitching staff has an earned run average of 3.86. They've had 39 walks and 50 strikeouts. Taking a look at some of their losses that they've had here in the non-conference especially. They lost to Campbellsport, which is a very, very tough team out of the flyway. In fact, they are tied right now for first in the flyway with Laconia, but Laconia just lost to St. Mary Springs. We were over there broadcasting that game, so it talks a little bit about the caliber of that team. They also lost to another flyway team in Mayville, 7-3. Mayville is, I believe, third in the conference over there, behind actually Laconia and Campbellsport, but ahead of St. Mary Springs. I mean, the flyway is just a mess when you start trying to predict what's going to happen here. But then they've got a loss to CWC in conference, and they also have a loss to Lourdes in conference, which really hurts the program. And then they lost the twice to Horicon, who is leading the conference. You can see conference is 11-0 for Horicon. Dodgeland Hustisford is at 6-4. Oakfield is at 5-5, and CWC is at 5-6 in the conference. let's take a look at some of the team statistics here for the Oakfield Mighty Oaks. I'm just trying to make sure I can read things off of my paper here because my glasses are a little bit smeared here. So I'm going to actually hand that to you, Cam, and I'm going to see if I can mess a little bit with the camera a little bit yet as well. So team statistics there, their pitching stats are there, and the batting stats are there as a team. And if you just want to go through what Oakfield's are, that's great.
Yeah. Scored 69 runs on 93 hits as a team. They have taken 62 walks or been walked 62 times, hit by pitch 15, fairly average stats. 279 average as a team compared to their opponent hitting 280. On base percentage 413, not bad there. 267 slugging percentage. So a solid team, stats, right in line with their record, what you would expect. On the bump out there, team wide 3.86 ERA. And then looking over at their WHIP, 1.18. And Jeff, you're always talking about that WHIP on there. So that's a pretty decent number.
Well, I'd say that again. What was it?
1.18.
Absolutely incredible.
That's a pretty decent number.
Right, because it's walks and hits allowed per inning. So how many times they end up getting a runner on base per inning? You only have 1.1. That's one runner per inning.
That's good. Less of those you get on base, the
right.
less runs are coming across there. So that's obviously helping out really well. Behind the plate, the catcher. Oh, sorry, wind's getting my.
Yeah, don't worry about the fielding and the catching there. Yeah, so that's the information that we have here for the. It's not supposed to be Horicon. My apologies. It is the Oakfield Mighty Oaks. It is their proper statistics. It's just I put the wrong logo there as I was rushing through that today. Let's take a look at the statistics here for the hometown. Let's go through some individual statistics here for Oakfield real quick as we take a look at batting average leader. As I'm looking through this here, it looks like the leader is James Kautzer with a 385 batting average. He's had 39 at-bats. He's scored 9 runs, 15 hits, 11 singles, and 3 doubles. 11 and 3 is 14, so I don't know where the other one came from. It's always interesting how these statistics play out when you start to look at those numbers. He's been walked 4 times. He's struck out 5 different times, and he's stolen base 1 time. Second on the team in the light batting average is Henry Dreskowski. He has had 41 plate appearances. He scored 9 runs. He's had 15 hits, 9 singles, and 4 doubles, and then 9 plus 4 is 13. So again, I'm not sure. It doesn't show a triple or it doesn't show any home runs there. When you take a look at, he's only been walked twice, but he has struck out 8 times. And a couple of other 300 average hitters, Alex Erber with a 389, has done a nice job. He's only played in 9 games. And then a couple of other 300 hitters is Carson Fisher at 308 and Mitchell Mosier hitting at 310. The pitcher, who's the pitcher for today?
For the Oaks, Mitchell Moser is going to be on the bump.
That does not surprise me. So when you take a look at the pitching statistics here for Mitchell, he is the leading pitcher. His overall record right now is 5-2. He's pitched 34 1/3 innings. He's given up 27 hits, 17 runs. 13 of those 17 are earned with an earned run average of a 2.65. He's walked 9 hitters and struck out 28. That's pretty impressive right there when you start talking about it, and only 1 hit by pitch. His whip is a 1.05 as a team. So initially there was talk that there was a doubleheader that was possibly scheduled a week ago, and when we were looking at this, we're going, why would Oakfield agree to do that? Because it would take Mitchell off of the bump for the Oaks, but then it was just some communication between Campbell Sport and CWC and Oakfield that just got a little bit twisted, and it has not changed. Mitchell will be on the bump for the Oaks. Now let's take a look at some team statistics here for Central Wisconsin Christian. Let me close up those individual statistics. There we go, CWC.
Through 19 games, 416 at-bats as a team. Put up 88 runs on 108 hits. So not too shabby there. I know they've had quite at least a couple of very high-scoring games as far as baseball goes.
Right.
Just on this past Saturday, a 25-17, I believe, was the final of their first game. Team hitting percentage, 260 right on the dot, 386 on base percentage. Pretty decent stats. When we can get the bat on the ball, they can make some good things happen. Of course, that goes with any team. You develop some consistency, get those bats hot early. It definitely helps out. From the mound, they've given up 156 hits. Am I looking at this right?
Yeah, 156 hits, 157
7
runs.
runs.
So they're scoring more, giving up more runs than hits.
That's not good.
That is not good.
Putting their ERA 7.8 as a team. Only allowed 1 home run, 100 walks so far this season. Their WHIP 2.38 as a team. So
Yeah, 100 walks to 95 strikeouts. Again, you can't even be 50% if you want to be a solid team. You need to be 2/3, 1/3, 1/3 walks, 2/3 strikeouts. And right now, it kind of shows when you take a look at the overall team record here at 8-11. And again, we talked about it. You talked about it a little bit there, Cameron. They had a game against Randolph, 25-17. They beat them in the second game of that doubleheader, 15-5. So, and then they got 15-0 by Horicon. Two pretty good games in one game against Horicon in that second game of the first game of the doubleheader. Was that the second game? I thought it was the second game of the. No, that was at Horicon. And then the second game here of the doubleheader, they're playing each other 3 times, which I also find to be a little bit of a challenge. Let's put it that way. It's always hard to play a team 3 times. But they have a loss to Lourdes, which that really hurt them. And then they have split so far with Oakfield
and Wayland.
And with Wayland. And that loss to Wayland, too, was also should not have happened here for Central Wisconsin Christian. Let's see if we can take a look at some of the individual statistics here. Batting average leader right now is Jacob Skalma. He's got 6 less games than Brant Billy, but he's hitting a .486. He's got 17 hits, 16 singles, and 1 double. He has 12 RBIs, struck out 3 times, and has walked only once. Brant Billy, second on the team with a .367, and he's played in all 18 games, 49 plate appearances. He's scored 16 runs. He's got 18 hits, 17 singles, and 1 double. He's walked 9 times. He's got 10 RBIs, and he's only struck out 5 times and 16 stolen bases for Brant Billy. Couple of other batters that are in the 300 range. Carson Mulder is batting at .311. He's got 14 hits, all 14 singles. And Gavin Goldade has a .320 batting average where he has had 8 hits, 6 singles, and 2 doubles. Again, he's got 6 less games than most of the other players on the team. He's walked 12 times and struck out 8. So he's done a nice job of paying attention up there at the plate to try and get on base. Pitching today for the Crusaders will be Zach Hoffman.
Yep.
Zach Hoffman will, let's take a look at some of his numbers. Zach is currently 0-3. He does have a save. He's pitched 20 1/3 innings. He's given up 31 hits. Of those 31 hits, 30 runs have scored, 23 of them earned. His ERA is a 7.92, 19 walks, 16 strikeouts so far with 3 hit by pitch on the season. And Zach has a whip of 2.46. So you get 2 runners on per 2.5 per inning approximately. We're going to step aside here, and I don't know. They do have a speaker out there, so I'm assuming that they will have the national anthem. And then we will probably come back and see if we can get the first pitch. They do a great thing here at CWC with having a kid come out and do the first pitch, and we like to record that for them while we're here. You're listening to Jeff Sauer along with the Dr. Cameron Hatcher here on Jeff's Livestream. We'll be back.
The Oakfield Booster Club, a nonprofit organization that supports athletics and other projects that affect the youth of the Oakfield community, is a proud sponsor of the Mighty Oaks game. The Oakfield Booster Club helps pay the participation fees for numerous teams in summer leagues, provides funds to upgrade equipment, donates to local organizations and charities, and provides several scholarships to senior athletes annually. The Oakfield Booster Club wishes the Mighty Oaks good luck. Let's go, Oaks.
PT Tire and Service has been at 301 East Clark Street in Brandon for over 20 years. The owners, Tony and Pam Sauer, are dedicated to their community and their customers. They serve the auto repair, tire, and wheel needs of customers in Brandon and the rest of central Wisconsin. We're on call 24/7 for roadside assistance and on the farm service for customers. For auto repairs, tires, and wheels, come see us in person or request a quote online. PT Tire and Service, you make the call and leave the rest to us. Call 920-346-TIRE.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Terry Holes and Ada Shun-Jones Realty is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. With over 20 years of full-time experience in the real estate industry, Terry has had the privilege of helping clients buy and sell homes and properties totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. His deep knowledge of the market, attention to detail, and commitment to clients has driven his success and made each transaction a positive experience. Terry was born and raised in Oakfield. He and his family have deep ties to the community. Terry knows this area when it comes to real estate. Contact Terry at 920-238-5558 for all your realty needs in the greater Oakfield area. Or check him out on Facebook at Terry Holes Realtor. Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
The CWC Athletic Booster Club is proud to support this broadcast. The CWC Athletic Booster Club is a not-for-profit organization made up of CWC athlete family members and friends of the school. The club's goals are to support improvements of the CWC athletic facilities and programs, such as the recent investment into the school's new weight room, while also investing in the spiritual and physical growth of its athletes. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Booster Club or making a donation, email crusaderboosters@wc.org. Good luck, Crusaders.
The Rock Golf Club combines a great golf experience with the unmatched beauty of the Waupun landscape. Originally built in 1927, many of the holes on the front 9 play as they were initially designed. Our seamless integration of friendly service and gorgeous natural surroundings is what will bring you back over and over. Bridges at the Rock is the perfect way to end your round. Join us for a relaxing atmosphere in a beautiful setting. Go online today and make a reservation. Better yet, swing out to the Bridges for a bite and a beverage. The Rock Golf Club, 700 County Park Road, Waupun, or call 920-324-2621.
Spring is here, and it's time for a tune-up at PT Tire and Service. Get your vehicle ready for those sunny drives with a thorough checkup. From oil changes and tire rotations to brake inspections and fluid top-offs, they've got you covered. Don't forget to check your wipers and battery, too. Swing by PT Tire and Service in Brandon for a spring refresh, ensuring your ride is safe and smooth all season long. Or call 920-346-TIRE to schedule an appointment. Your car will thank you. Sam's Well Drilling focuses on providing clean, safe water for everyone. Their expert well water testing checks for bacteria and nitrates, ensuring peace of mind. As part of Sam's commitment to providing safe water, an in-house water testing lab is integral to Sam's service offering. The Water Sampling Lab is a separate division SWD Labs and prides itself on friendly service and a quick turnaround. Whether for drinking, irrigation, or livestock, Sam's has it covered. Trust Sam's for all your water needs. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
Welcome back here to Jeff's live stream here at Schlieve Field here in Waupun as we get ready for the Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders taking on the Oakfield Oaks of Oakfield. Let's see if we can recall the first time that we covered these teams, Cameron. We were at Oakfield, and when we were watching that game, if I remember correctly, I believe CWC jumped out to a lead of 3-0 right away in the first.
Jumped out early, jumped out hot, and then Oakfield, cool, calm, collective, man. They just stayed steady and went to work. Obal, very, very good game. That game for him had 2 or 3 deep shots out in the left. Great piece of team hitting and pitching at that game.
And that game was the same as this starting pitcher here. Mitchell Moser was on the mound. And again, everybody would say that he had a non-Mitchell Moser-like appearance at Oakfield there with at least the start. But he had pitched the entire game, which then it tells you that even though he gave up 3 runs right away in that first inning, he was able to settle down and trust his defense and was able to throw strikes, and the pitching was just a solid performance there by Mitchell. And just like you said, Oakfield was able to battle back and get themselves right back into the game, and they end it with I want to say that it was a 7-4 victory. They had a 5-run inning or a 4-run inning, if I remember correctly, back on that. Neither one of us are using scorebooks anymore. We're using electronics, and I thought for sure I'd be able to go back and find it electronically, and I must have tried to outsmart the computer, and I must have downloaded or exported over the top of it and lost it. So we're trying to figure out exactly what had happened there by memory, and for me, that's a dangerous thing.
It's a dangerous thing.
But then, Cameron, when they came over here and played, that was a different story. Oakfield came out here and jumped out to was it a 3-0 lead that they jumped out to?
If I remember, I want to say it was. I know they did jump out early. I can't remember if it was 3 or not, but it was the games were mirrored each other an awful lot.
We're sticking out here right now as they get ready for the first pitch before national anthems, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Do you know who the youngster is?
I can't read the name on the back of his shirt.
I can't either, but we have a first pitch. Some parents are coming out to get pictures.
Oh, yeah, Mom's got to get out there to get pictures.
Of course she should. But we do have it here as well, and we'll see if I can get the front shot here. So we've got from behind with Ryer Greenfield out there. You talked about him earlier, shutting down. And now we'll see what this first pitch looks like from the pitcher's mound all the way down there. And I'm grabbing a hold of it. Is that Jackson Butine?
Yep.
That is Jackson, and a great job there on the first pitch. Well, they're going to step aside here as they get ready here for the national anthems. You're listening to, boy, that color got all messed up again at home plate. We may have to bring the brightness down a little bit. You're listening to Jeff Sauer along with the Dr. Cameron Hatcher here on Jeff's live stream.
At My Property Shop is ready to assist you with your real estate needs. She prides herself on quick and smooth transactions with excellent negotiation skills. She is the local agent who puts your needs ahead of her own. Andy has already sold over $1 million in property in the first quarter of 2025. Do you want quality, detailed, accurate information in the real estate market? If so, contact Andy today. My Property Shop, located at 6 East Franklin Street, Waupun, or call or text 920-296-8738.
King Manufacturing. Since 1926, we have been known for our first-class buildings and canopies. In fact, there are thousands of them in use across America and in the Caribbean. We have also produced and developed many other steel products for use in retail, commercial, and industrial applications, such as building fascia, loading racks, wall panel systems, and much more. Our design record attests to our dedication to quality and customer satisfaction. King Manufacturing, from design to completion.
Born from a single project, WDS Construction has evolved into a nationwide general contractor and construction management company. But we're so much more than that. The cold storage industry is experiencing high demand and low capacity. WDS is building goodwill from the ground up through customized solutions. WDS is committed to outservice the competition and overdeliver for customers. A client-driven experience without question. Today, we're driven to be better in order to build better.
PT Tire and Service is a family-owned business that invests in you and your family. From one family to another, safe travels and seamless automotive maintenance makes every trip a great trip. PT Tire and Service, serving Central Wisconsin with excellence for over 20 years. Call 920-346-TIRE for all your automotive needs. PT Tire and Service, Brandon. No job too big or too small. PT Tire and Service in Brandon does it all. Call today, 920-346-TIRE.
The CWC Athletic Booster Club is proud to support this broadcast. The CWC Athletic Booster Club is a not-for-profit organization made up of CWC athlete family members and friends of the school. The club's goals are to support improvements of the CWC athletic facilities and programs, such as the recent investment into the school's new weight room, while also investing in the spiritual and physical growth of its athletes. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Booster Club or making a donation, email crusaderboosters@cwc.org. Good luck, Crusaders.
Welcome
back here. I'm going to try and adjust a little bit of the brightness, not too much of it, just a little bit here while the doctor talks about the defensive positioning here for Central Wisconsin Christian.
As we mentioned earlier, starting things off on the bump for the Crusaders, junior Zach Hoffman behind the plate, senior Brant Billy. Gavin Goldade over at first, Levi Phillips at second, Jackson Butine over at third, rounding out the infield, number 6 Carson Mulder at shortstop. Out in the outfield, Jacob Skalma in left, Lawson Phillips in center field, and freshman Ryden Perry getting the start out in right today. Should be a good game for the Crusaders. Ryden's really come on strong as of late, becoming a good contributing freshman member of this team, along with Jake Van Herwarden will be in there batting today for Levi Phillips. Those two boys have and Levi as well, been putting the bat on the ball the last couple of games, really coming around their freshman years, contributing to this Crusaders baseball team. Starting things off for the Oaks, Carson Fisher leading off, Mitchell Moser behind him, Driskowski, third, Owen Lawson, cleanup, James Coucher, Bo Bile, Brody Colleen, Alex Erber, and Brent Morrell rounding out the lineup for the Oaks. And here we go, plate is clear. The warm-up pitches have been thrown. Let's play ball. Finally, Jeff.
Yeah, finally.
So what we were talking about at break is how you could possibly speed up the high school game, kind of like they've done to the pro game.
I'll shoot this over here.
Strike one in for Hoffman. Good to see him get an early start. As we were going through those stats, you could tell he's had his issues with control. Right back up the middle, Lawson Phillips tracking and got it.
All right, and I messed up the lens here, so bear with me while I try and adjust that a little bit here to get it back under so we can see what's happening.
Good start to the game for Hoffman. 3 pitches and out. That one comes in a little high to Mitchell Moser. Say that one a little low and in. Ball 2.
See if I got the instant replay set up, so I'm ready to go with that. I do. Wow.
Hoffman, there we go.
Was it one pitch to Fisher?
3 pitches.
You remember what they were? Ball, strike?
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 hit.
Okay. Good stretch over there.
Carson Mulder, nice play.
Not sure what's up with our
6-3 ground out.
Autofocus is not auto-focusing very well. And I almost yanked my head right off by standing on all of the cords, and then I'm wrapped all in it.
If you ever get out to a game and you see that we're on site, come up and talk to us. Check out our setup and know that we'll see what we've got to deal with when we come and do this. Henry Drizkowski up to the plate, watches that one high. All one. 2 outs early, quick here for the Crusaders. I'm sure that is exactly the start they wanted to the game. Drizkowski hits one straight up just in front of the plate. Billy's got it. 3 up, 3 down. Two up for the Crusaders. Lawson Phillips will lead things off. Brent Billy on deck. Jacob Skalma in the hole. Gavin Goldade batting cleanup.
All right, we'll step aside. We'll be back. You're listening to Jeff Sauer here, along with Cameron Hatcher on Jeff's live stream.
Marketing Greenhouse. Here at Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes. Katie's Log Cabin.
Welcome back here to Schlieve Field. Cameron Hatcher here with Jeff Sauer on Jeff's live streams. We'll go ahead and get the defense set for the Oaks. On the mound for the Oaks, Mitchell Moser. Behind the plate, James Kautzer. Over at first base, Owen Lawson. Brody Colleen at second, Alex Erber at third, and Carson Fisher rounding out the infield. Out to the outfield, Henry Drizkowski in left, Bo Bile in center, and Brent Morrell over in right field. See how Lawson Phillips can get things started here for the Crusaders. Final warm-up pitch and throw down. Let's get the bottom half of this inning underway.
Yeah, I set up this time. I'm the one that set up center field. I'm zoomed in probably just a little bit too tight, but you'll get a good shot of the pitch. You won't. I don't have second base into the mix this time. I should let the professionals do their job.
They call me the doctor.
I know they do. First pitch in there is a strike to Lawson Phillips from Mitchell Moser. Strike number 2 in the inside. Moves it inside and out, or outside first, then inside this time.
Giving Phillips a lot to look at there. Great start from Moser. 0-2.
Lays off that one. It's exactly what Mitchell wanted to do as the pitcher. What's more impressive is the discipline that Lawson showed up there to not swing at that, as it looks like a beach ball coming at the eyes.
He thought about it for a split second. Curveball hangs in there.
People forget that it's at the batter. It's not where the catcher catches the ball. That was high at the front of the plate.
Foul tip that one. Looks like Kautzer
took a little bit of a
tap. A little bit of a tap there, we'll say.
Good job here by the umpire to take the time to clean off the plate, give him time. We talk about this multiple times. That
if you've ever been on the receiving end of a baseball like that, it's not fun.
No, but the umpire and the catcher always have this unwritten, unspoken rules to help protect each other because they both are in the line of fire.
Mm-hmm.
All 3.
Full count here to Phillips, starting out for the Crusaders. Not many times this season has Hoffman gone out there and been able to get out of an inning on 9 pitches.
No, not at all, and that's a good thing. There's a walk for Mitchell.
That'll bring up Brant Billy.
It's kind of reminiscent of how he started the last time that these two teams played at Oakfield,
Like
not here.
Yeah. Every time these two teams play each other, you know, when I assume it's a bit of a rivalry, so anytime you're playing that rivalry game, nerves are on high to start. Billy fouls that bunt off for strike one. So I can only imagine that's why, you know, the games played out they did. Those nerves are high, get wound a little tight, maybe trying to throw the ball just a little too hard, struggling with that accuracy. But Moser settled in last time. The Oaks came out with a win.
It's nice that they're this actually close to each other. I like the fact that you have this rivalry.
Ball one. Philly, 1-1 the count.
See the scoreboard there right in the center.
Keeping Phillips honest over there at first base. Billy watches that high curve. 2-1.
You know, we gave high praise for Mitchell beginning of his overall stats are pretty solid.
It's just too nice out today.
Yeah, I think it is.
Gorgeous weather out today. Nice breeze, beautiful sunshine. Finally feels like baseball weather.
It does. Mosier from the stretch. That's going to be popped up into the air right over to the first baseman.
Owen Lawson, easy grab.
For the out. I might have to change this behind the plate. I have another one of these cameras in my Jeep that I may have to get because it's not staying in focus today. And I don't know why. Throw over by Mosier.
First pitch to Scalma, pulled foul. Coach Smith all over that one. Got away from him, got under the fence.
A 1-1 is the count. Right there on the inside edge for a strike. Looking there for Jacob. 0-2. Only one out here.
I've noticed that a lot of high school players seem to, there we go, Scalma right back up the middle. Gonna roll it for 2.
What a good play there by the Oaks. Flipped that nicely on the 6-4-3 double play for Oakfield. We'll step aside here after one inning complete. Your score is 0-0 here from Schlieve Field. We'll be back.
Great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry. Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Sam's Well Drilling focuses on providing clean, safe water for everyone. Their expert well water testing checks for bacteria and nitrates, ensuring peace of mind. As part of Sam's commitment to providing safe water, an in-house water testing lab is integral to Sam's service offering. The Water Sampling Lab is a separate division SWD Labs and prides itself on friendly service and a quick turnaround. Whether for drinking, irrigation, or livestock, Sam's has it covered. Trust Sam's for all your water needs. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
Terry Holes and Ada Shun-Jones Realty is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. With over 20 years of full-time experience in the real estate industry, Terry has had the privilege of helping clients buy and sell homes and properties totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. His deep knowledge of the market, attention to detail, and commitment to clients has driven his success and made each transaction a positive experience. Terry was born and raised in Oakfield. He and his family have deep ties to the community. Terry knows this area when it comes to real estate. Contact Terry at 920-238-5558 for all your realty needs in the greater Oakfield area. Or check him out on Facebook at Terry Holz Realtor.
Welcome back here to Schlieve Field. Owen Lawson up to bat for the Oaks. Fouls the first one off. 0-1. No hits, no errors, no runs as of yet.
Little bit to the outside for Zach Hoffman, 1-1. So they did have a senior day, right?
Senior day was on Saturday against Randolph. Foul ball here again for Owen Lawson. 1-2. Doubleheader against Randolph on Saturday, and I believe that may be the longest baseball game I have been to, especially for a high school game. It was a little over 3 hours in total. Wide outside, gets past Billy for ball 2. 2-2 the count, no outs.
Top of 2, just to the inside. Full count. Are there any other activities taking place today?
Believe there's a track meet today. Oh, Owen Lawson, deep fly ball. Skalma trying to get there, and it is going to fall foul.
Yep. He hit that well. I was thinking, especially with this wind, there's no way that's carrying.
Thankfully, it went foul because otherwise he'd be touching them all.
Really turned on that one. Knowing that it was a full count, was able to make the adjustment. Staying alive by fouling that one off. Nice piece of hitting up there by Lawson to draw the walk. Brings up the leading when we were talking about it. I believe James Kautzer was
team leader, I do believe, yeah.
Yeah, team leader in batting average at a 385. I don't think Lawson's going anywhere, but I don't want to make that assumption. Well, he is now because there's a hit by pitch. And it moves the runner over. It's going to bring up who you had talked about before. Bo Bile had a great game over at Oakfield. He actually had a pretty decent game here too. I believe he hit 500 if I remember correctly. Again, just still trying to remember how to get this program to work to do what we want it to do. I can't complain, it's free. So it's not like and it does give us good statistics. That pitch into Bo Bile is high. I don't know how that's even possible. He's got to be we've talked about a 6'7", 6'8", somewhere in there, maybe even taller than that during the basketball season.
Quite the strike zone.
Ball number 2 high.
Bo very patient, waiting for his pitch.
That's in there for a nice strike by Zach to battle back. 2-1.
Good placement of that one in on the hands there.
We know
usually quick to turn on those.
Yeah, we know that he's also got good hip torque, and with those long arms, you got good bat speed. Way outside, ball 3. 3-1 here from Schlieve Field. Top of 2, and nobody out. Runners at first and second for the Oaks.
Hoffman trying to avoid walking the bases full here.
And he does. With nobody out, it's going to bring up number 8, Brody Colleen. See what I've got here for Brody. He's played in 12 of the 13 games so far on the season. He's got 7 hits, 5 singles. And again, I don't know what happens to the other ones if he's got 5 hits, or 7 hits. But bases juiced. Big swing there for Brody Colleen to take the strike. This is the place where Zach needs to dial down and get himself in here for a strikeout to give himself a chance. That's going to be hit out to center field. That'll drop for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. It's going to be bobbled. And again, that is fundamentally a mistake on the base running. He's got to run from second base, turn down third. The coach has got to be up the line telling him whether to go or hold. And I guess, Cameron, that's one of the things that if there's something that these two teams have in common is they do make a couple of mistakes that should not happen.
Those mental errors from time to time.
Infield is drawn in. Nobody out. Into Alex Erber.
Jumps out of the way of that one. I think I'm still traumatized from coaches that if I see kids turn out of the way now, and I'm like, oh, yep, that's poles after the
Yeah,
game.
right, exactly. Kautzer sitting over at third. Bile is at second. Colleen is at first. That pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1 to Alex Erber. Talked about he's got a 389, but he's only hit in 9 games. He offers there for the strike. Huge lead out there by Bo Bile. Since they're playing in tight, he can get a monster lead. Draws the ball, makes it a full count.
With his stride, he'll be a couple of steps and he'll be rounding third.
He'll be scoring for sure, I would think. Thanks for joining us here on the broadcast. Strikeout looking. Good pitch there by Zach Hoffman for the Crusaders to get the out.
Brent Morrell steps to the plate for the Oaks, gets his sign.
Morrell has only played in 4 games, it says, so far in this season. Takes a swing at that one for a strike. Morrell has a .286 batting average in those 4 games. 7 plate appearances, 2 hits, 2 singles. That's inside for a ball, 1-1. Still only 1 out, but that is a crucial strikeout that Zach Hoffman was able to throw here because it gives the chance now for them to throw the ball home. In there for a strike. It's never good when you turn back to look and see if the official saw the same thing you did.
Never seems to work out the right.
No. Fouls that one off to stay alive. Infield is at double play depth right now. 1-2. In the dirt. What a block there by Billy. We also talk about it over and over about how far it is to the backstop here. For sure, one is scoring. Bo doesn't have quite the lead that he had before because Carson is back at the shortstop position, and Zach comes and throws a ball. One of the things that Zach has to work on, and you just talked about in the first inning, 9-pitch inning. That's where you need to be to try and get through this whole game. That's going to be hit to the second baseman. Takes and flips, tries to turn the play, and they turn it.
No, said he was safe.
Whoa, and I didn't flip the button to catch it. Wow, okay. Interesting. So the fielder's choice, it's going to go 2 to 4, or 4 to 6 on the out. And it brings up Carson Fisher, top of the order. Sorry, I was trying to make sure I had the play set up correctly because it didn't work out very well when I did the fielder's choice. 2 balls to Fisher. Runners still at the corner, and Bo Bile and Brett Morrell. Right down the middle there for a strike. Good pitch by Zach Hoffman. My apologies, folks, that I didn't flip that camera fast enough. Inside for a ball, 3-1. There is a base opened, but I don't think you really want to load the bases for Mitchell Mosier. Although, on the game that they lost 7-6, CWC got the victory. Mosier was up with bases loaded and struck out looking. Hit hard on the ground. Flipped over there, Mulder over to Levi Phillips to get the 3rd out of the inning. So only 2 runs scored. Let me see if I can pull up my scorebook here, see what it tells me, and hit the stats button instead. Walk, hit by pitch, walk, a single. So we have 1 hit. So 2 runs on 1 hit. No errors and 2 left on. After 1.5 complete your score, 2-0. Up comes the Crusaders from Central Wisconsin Christian. We'll be back.
The Oakfield Booster Club, a nonprofit organization that supports athletics and other projects that affect the youth of the Oakfield community, is a proud sponsor of the Mighty Oaks game. The Oakfield Booster Club helps pay the participation fees for numerous teams in summer leagues, provides funds to upgrade equipment, donates to local organizations and charities, and provides several scholarships to senior athletes annually. The Oakfield Booster Club wishes the Mighty Oaks good luck. Let's go, Oaks.
Andy Kolker at My Property Shop is ready to assist you with your real estate needs. She prides herself on quick and smooth transactions with excellent negotiation skills. She is the local agent who puts your needs ahead of her own. Andy has already sold over $1 million in property in the first quarter of 2025. Do you want quality, detailed, accurate information in the real estate market? If so, contact Andy today. My Property Shop, located at 6 East Franklin Street, Waupun, or call or text 920-296-8738.
Welcome back here to Schlieve Field. Coming up to bat is number 25, Gavin Goldade, here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Looks at that breaking ball is in there for a strike for Mosier. Big cut there by Gavin.
Surprised his cleats are still on.
Yeah, again, that breaking ball was up at the eyes, looks good, and then it just broke down.
Fouls that one off.
Strike number 2. Same pitch. See if he comes back with something like that. If it was me, I'd be pitching, let's say, throw high heat underneath the hands inside and tight. Since you've thrown those 2 breaking balls, they're going to look the same. Look at that. In there for a strikeout. Swinging for Gavin Goldade. 1 down.
Zach Hoffman tries to help out his cause. First appearance at the plate today. Ball 1.
Just a little bit low. Zach again on the taller side. He's got that big strike zone as well, but it also raises those knees up a little bit. Ball 2 to the outside. Good stop there by James Kautzer. 3-0 for Mitchell. With one down from the windup. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Zach doing his best to distract with the bunt. That'll be outside, drawing the walk.
That'll bring Jackson Butine to the plate for the Crusaders. Still trying to find a hit against the Oaks.
There's our shot from the dugout over on the first base side.
Hits the first pitch. Out to Bo Bile in center, and he's got it.
Got a little bit too far underneath it. Then the wind helps hold it up there for the fly out to short center.
Jake Van Herwarden DHing for Levi Phillips today. Freshman for the Crusaders. Pickoff attempt on Hoffman. Owen Lawson able to keep his balance.
Zach wasn't really paying attention. He was lucky he's got that long frame that we were talking about, was able to dive back in there and reach over at first base. In there for a strike to Van Herwarden.
Moser take his time. He steps off the back of the rubber.
Nice breaking ball in there to Van Herwarden for a strike.
0-2. 2 outs.
I'm so used to seeing that as an effective, that 12-6 breaking ball. And he gets him swinging for the third strike.
No runs, no hits, no errors, one left on.
After 2 complete, your score 2-0. The Oaks from Oakfield coming back up to bat here in the top of the third. We'll be back here from Schlieve Field. Jeff Sauer along with Dr. Cameron Hatcher here on Jeff's live stream.
Ready for life? At Central Wisconsin Christian, we equip students not only with an exceptional education, but also with the spiritual foundation they need to navigate today's world with confidence and faith. Our graduates are prepared for life, academically, personally, and spiritually. Discover what makes Central Wisconsin Christian different. Call us at 920-324-4233 or visit us online at wearecwc.org. Central Wisconsin Christian, preparing students for life and eternity.
King Manufacturing. Since 1926, we have been known for our first-class building and canopies. Steel King canopies are a well-known and respected product. We design, fabricate, and contract installation for C-stores, fleets, entryways, restaurants, and more. Steel canopies serve a variety of purposes, including advertising or signage, control access, sheltering an entrance or loading area, support of lighting systems, and weather protection for people, equipment, or outdoor storage. King Manufacturing. From design to completion.
Hello, this is Jeff Sauer with Jeff's Livestream. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast. Our purpose, first and foremost, is to bring glory to God. Second is to draw attention to the student athletes, promote the great things they and their schools are doing, and promote the businesses and the people running them within our communities. Our mission is to create memories for student athletes, families, teams, and communities, as well as allowing for viewers to see their athletes or teams perform regardless of where the viewer is located. If you'd like to join us as a sponsor to help us fulfill our purpose and mission, feel free to give me a call at 920-345-2066 or email me at livestreamjeff@gmail.com.
Welcome back here at Schlieve Field. Mitchell Moser steps to the plate for the Oaks. Get things started here at the top of the third. Strike one in there for Hoffman. So important for him to get out early on batters. He tends to, at first inning, case in point.
Yeah.
9 pitches, 3 up, 3 down. He got ahead early on all 3 of them.
And that would be typically when you talk about all pitchers, you want to get that first pitch strike. And then since then, 2 straight balls. 2-1 is the count. Supposed to be a nice week all week here for some baseball. That's going to be turned on foul.
A little bit of a chance of rain. On
Thursday, I think.
Thursday, yeah. I believe so.
On Wednesday would be good. Even Thursday during the morning to knock down some of this dust, it would be pretty decent.
Foul tips on that one. Count still 2-2.
That was a nice pitch there by Zach. A little bit of change of pace. Dove at the plate. Mitchell protecting, just got a piece of it.
High fly ball. Left center. Lawson Phillips tracks it down, no problem.
Nice defensive play there by Lawson.
Drazkowski 0 for 1 so far today with a fly out. Looking to further it this time instead of that little pop up to Brant Billy. Ball 1. Low and inside, ball 2.
If I've done this correctly, I don't know if we're on anywhere close. I've got 47 pitches already for Zach.
I am at 50. Make that 51.
It's not a surprise I missed somewhere a couple of in the first couple of hitters.
I might be double tapping him over here. There's no telling.
So we'll just average it. We're there somewhere. He's between 49 and 51, somewhere in there.
All 3 inside.
Either way, let's say he is at 50 right now in the top of the third. That's not sitting where you want to be sitting, and then there's another walk. And according to mine and yours, you'll have to see how yours is. I've got him down for 25 balls and 25 strikes.
27 and 26.
Yeah, so it just cannot be sitting there even and expect to have.
Owen Lawson steps in for the Oaks. Walked last time at the plate. Fouls that one off. Strike 1.
Hammered one. Foul into the wind. Bounced and hit the community center. Almost got to the metal, and if you know anything about the community center over there, it's concrete block up for about 15 feet, I think it is.
Pick-off attempt. Drazkowski back in plenty of time. If you're out here watching on YouTube, make sure you drop in the chat. Let us know who you're pulling for, who your favorite player is, where you're watching from.
Oh.
Owen Lawson gets that one by Jackson Butine at third.
I've been very impressed with the way Jackson has played third base. That time was like,
Usually
I'm not
very
sure.
Quick hands, yeah.
I mean, he didn't even try and get in front of it to block it. It was just a stab reach out there to see if he could olay it, and missed it. And now we've got runners at first and second.
James Kautzer steps to the plate. Nobody better for the Oaks.
First pitch is in there for a strike to James Kautzer. That's going to be hit over to Jackson this time. Grabs it, fires across the diamond into the dirt.
Oh, terrible throw, but able to get one there at third.
I am not sure what happened there. I mean, it almost spiked and hit the pitcher's mound. So he gets the force out on the fielder's choice.
Lawson on second, Kautzer on first. Bo Bile up at the plate, looking to add to this lead with 2 outs. Chops that one foul.
That's a big strike there. 0-2. I don't know what I did there now. I messed this up somehow.
Hoffman comes set, checks runners.
Inside.
Ball 1. 1-2 the count. 2 outs, 2 on. Breaking ball gets away from Hoffman, comes in high. Jeff's deuces wild across the board.
And we got 2 in the visitor's box.
Bile turns quickly on that one. Foul ball. We'll stay at 2-2.
Foul down the third baseline again. Turned on that one well.
Much like the hitting we saw here and at Oakfield, that power to the left side.
Once again, Bo, when he gets those arms, I mean, he's got quick hands from what we've been able to see. He really has been able to torque around. And you've got long arms like that. Engages those hips. Does a nice job getting some good bat speed. That's where your power comes from.
There it is. Skalma running in, lays out, and he's got it.
What a great catch out there by Jacob Skalma. A much better read than what we've seen him doing so far out there. He was able to make a good read and came charging forward right off the bat. Lays out, catches it in the glove, and is able to hang on, which is even more impressive.
I'll have to give him a congratulations tomorrow at school on that one. I'll say I gave him a hard time about getting burned on multiple occasions.
No runs on, I believe there was only 1 hit. I gave it actually as an error, that one down third base. I gave that as an error. You could have scored that as a hit.
I gave him the hit.
So no runs on 1 hit or 1 error, depending upon how you look at it. And after 2.5 complete, your score 2-0. Coming up to bat for Central Wisconsin Christian is going to be Ryden Perry, the freshman. We'll be back.
I'd love to talk.
Born from a single retail project, WDS Construction has evolved into a nationwide general contractor and construction management company. But we're so much more than that. Retail is changing, and it's changing fast. No matter where you are, what you do, or how you sell products to your customers, we're with you every step of the way to lay the groundwork for whatever lies ahead. Building trust through results, and our commitment to provide a customer-driven experience without question. With 4 generations at the foundation of WDS, we've built a reliable client base and a passionate team to bring big-time experience, commitment, and satisfaction to your next project. Because we are built to build better.
Welcome back, Schlieve Field. Ryden Perry up to the plate for the Crusaders. He takes ball 1 from Mitch Moser. Crusaders looking to get something going here. Goose egg on the scoreboard so far. Ryden Perry under the glove of Alex Erber. In for a single. Leave it to the freshman to get things started. Carson Mulder up to the plate.
Good job there by Ryden Perry to turn those hips once again. Pull it right down. Take the ball where it's at.
Mulder squares to bunt. Lays one down the first base line. He will advance Perry.
On the sacrifice bunt. Nice job.
Thanks to the 15 viewers we've got out there. I believe some of my family is tuned in out there. I think they're expecting me to let them know what baby hatcher number 3 is going to be.
Oh, I think you got to hold off until at least the 6th inning for that.
At least the 6th inning. Phillips grounds out to Carson Fisher at short. Not before Ryden Perry gets around.
That was another nice play over there by the shortstop. Stayed down. We know that we've seen some bad hops on this field. And a good put out on the 6-4. And another 6-4 put out. I couldn't even switch to the main camera shot yet, so apologize for that.
All right, I missed that one. I got to catch up.
It went to 6-4 on the final put out as well. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After 3 complete here at Schlieve Field, your score 2-0 for the Mighty Oaks of Oakfield. We'll be back.
We are Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
We'll get back here to Schlieve Field. I had to do the setup by myself today because Cam had his hands full.
A little busy, yeah.
After school, had a doctor's appointment.
Doctor had a doctor's appointment. Baby hatcher number 3 on the way.
Well, congratulations on that, and we're glad that that the appointment went well, because you said you had it went a little bit slower than you thought, but you flew over here and
got over here as quick as I could, helped get on the air. First pitch.
Brody Colleen is in there for a strike right on the inside edge. I did what I was used to doing for years when I was doing the setup by myself. I actually had put the tripod together at home and threw it in the back of the vehicle. Ball 1. That's going to be popped up. See if Brandt can find it. He does. Throws the helmet aside and gets the second time he's gotten a put out from behind the plate.
Great job there by Billy tracking that one down. Not easy for a catcher. Yeah, Jeff, sorry I wasn't able to get over here, but thankful, blessed for a great appointment. And
mom is healthy?
Mom is healthy. Baby boy hatcher is healthy. Finally get a boy in the family. That one, Erber.
Boy, that was
Over
not a
to
great
Carson
effort
Mulder
running
at
over
short.
down to first base for
It was not. Hope he's okay.
Alex.
A little bit of a trot there. So we're very excited that I've got two sisters and
child number 3.
Child number 3, yeah. I've got two sisters. They've got nothing but girls. Danielle's sister, nothing but girls. So we're finally going to have a boy in the mix.
Nice. That'll be pretty exciting. I hope you're not expecting me to stick around for at least 14 years to call his first baseball game.
I'm counting on it. I'm absolutely counting on it.
1-1 is the count to Brent Morrell.
Morrell drives one up second. Levi Phillips has it. Good throw. Crusaders avoid any further damage.
That was a good quick inning there for Zach Hoffman. Number one reason why, he trusted his defense. None of those were strikeouts. He let his defense do the work for him. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody on after 3.5, your score, 2-0 for the Oaks. Coming up to bat for the Crusaders.
The CWC Athletic Booster Club is proud to support this broadcast. The CWC Athletic Booster Club is a not-for-profit organization made up of CWC athlete family members and friends of the school. The club's goals are to support improvements of the CWC athletic facilities and programs, such as the recent investment into the school's new weight room, while also investing in the spiritual and physical growth of its athletes. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Booster Club or making a donation, email crusaderboosters@wc.org. Good luck, Crusaders.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
The outdoor golf.
Welcome back here to Schlieve Field. First pitch coming in to Jacob Skalma. Nice breaking ball there. Froze Skalma.
I like that call by Moser or coach or whoever's making the pitch calls out here for starting all things off with that breaking ball. Crusaders have had a tough time doing anything with it.
And again, he's got the combination. He's got a big sweeper that he uses. And then he also has that 12-6 breaker. There's that sweeper. And it's 2-1. Quick to work right again. Just misses on the outside edge. 3-1. We were talking a little bit before about pitch count and stuff like this. I've got Mitchell here, but again, he's a half an inning behind at 36 pitches. That's going to be popped up into the air. Lawson gets turned around, almost makes the play, but does not. And Jacob Skalma will stay alive.
Full count for Skalma.
Lawson got all twisted around there. That is almost the play that you would prefer your second baseman. Rarely do you want top pop flies that go past the base at third or at first to be taken by the third baseman or the first baseman. You really are hoping that those are covered by your shortstop and your second baseman.
Much better angle on the ball. Skalma reaches to foul that one off.
Keeps it at a full count. Crusaders seeing if they can get something rolling here. Jacob needs to see if he can get it going for the Crusaders. Again, we knew that this was going to be a close contest. Right at the second baseman.
At him.
Good play there by Brody Colleen to get the out.
Quick 4-3 there. Gavin Goldade will step to the plate.
Goldade struck out swinging the first time up, 0 for 1. Starts him with a ball. Now we'll see how this turns out here, but again, like we've been talking, it's very critical. You want to get that first pitch strike. Ball 2 for Mitchell. Two and 0. Good pitch. Oh, I still, even he didn't go though, I still thought it was a strike either way, but they're going to call no. 3 and 0. Here comes the pitch. A little bit high, same place, so I guess the consistency is what we ask for blue. And Goldade draws the walk.
Zach Hoffman back to the plate.
Hit on the ground, base hit between shortstop and third. A nice job there by Zach to help his own cause on that first pitch. Gets the single.
That'll bring Jackson Butine up.
Runners at first and second with 1 out.
Shallow fly out to center next time. Leads things off with that big breaking ball again for a strike.
Which is, again, critical. The other time he started out with a ball and got the walk to Goldade.
Butine again. This one's going to find the gap in left center and get past Bile. Goldade makes the turn.
Oh, my gosh. Sorry, folks.
Butine in and up at second. Goldade crosses the plate. Everybody's safe.
Jackson Butine with the double. Beats the center fielder. And runners at second and third. 1-run differential. I was hitting the wrong buttons. I couldn't see the colors. I couldn't see what was activated here. The sun is shining through the windows right now.
Tanner Warden watches ball 1.
Struck out swinging in the second inning.
Slow roller back.
Gotta get caught.
Down here. Get Hoffman there in the rundown.
So I believe it's going to go as a 1 to 2 to 5 on the put out. And Van Herwarden is going to reach on the fielder's choice. That's going to be hit well into right field for another base hit. Runner's going to score. Van Herwarden's going to advance over to third base on the single. So the 2 freshmen come through.
Where do you hit that one to?
Right field. Just between, just short right center, or right field. They're going to go with a catcher's indifference, allow for the runner in Ride and Perry to advance. Number 6, Carson Mulder up to bat. Sorry about that.
Good. 0-2 the count. Mulder starting off in a hole. 2 outs. 2 on base. Oaks looking to get out of the 4th. Carson Mulder beats that one out. Owen Lawson drops the throw.
E3. Wow. Run's going to score. And the runner advances over to third on the error as well. Brings up number 4, Lawson Phillips. Still 2 down, and it's 3-2 for the Crusaders.
Crusaders a fan of these 2-out rallies. Phillips shows bunt early. Mulder will stand up into second.
I missed that one, still on base the other time. Swing, fouls that one off, 1-1 to Lawson Phillips. I forgot that Van Herwarden had advanced, got a stolen base if I remember correctly.
Curveball hangs up there, 2-1.
Lawson bailed on that breaking ball. You can see the feet dancing there. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 in the visitor spot, and that's a ball. And it's now a full count.
First base is open.
Gets him looking for the strikeout. Let's see. They got 3 runs, correct? Yes.
3 runs, yeah. Good inning. 5 hits. No.
3 hits, I believe it is. 1 error and 2 left on base. After 4 complete, the Crusaders take the lead over the Oaks. 3-2 here at Schlieve Field. You're listening to Jeff Sauer along with the doctor, Cameron Hatcher. We'll be back.
Just around the corner. Now is the time to go to the Rock and use the indoor simulator to be prepared. Call to set up a tee time for an hour. Hang out at the bridges at the Rock before or after the simulator. Join us for a relaxing atmosphere in a beautiful setting. Go online today and make a reservation for the simulator or call. Better yet, swing out to the bridges for a bite and a beverage. The Rock Golf Club, 700 County Park Road, Waupun, or call 920-324-2621.
Sam's Well Drilling is a family-owned business with over 75 years in the water well drilling industry. We can help you with all of your well drilling needs. Our crews are experienced at finding the proper location, setting up the rigs and equipment in all types of circumstances, and drilling to the appropriate depth so that you have fresh, clean water. Sam's also drills wells for commercial and municipal projects. No project is too large or small for Sam's Well Drilling. We at Sam's are thankful to be involved in supplying the well water needs of people all over Wisconsin. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
Welcome back here to Schlieve Field. Carson Fisher due up top of the lineup for the Oaks. Down 3-2 here in the top of the 5th.
Hey, let us know again where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, who's your favorite player. Let us know. Put that into the YouTube chat. We'll check it out. We'll give a shout out here. You know that the players are going to go back and watch it. First pitch in there to Carson Fisher. Fisher is a strike. Also, stick with us here. It's the 5th. We're going to start looking at talking about who we're going to be interviewing. Regardless of who wins, we will be interviewing.
That's the perks of being able to cover both of these teams so frequently. We get to do a post-game interview no matter what. turns on that one, foul and out of play. I might let you do it.
Oh, no.
Especially if Oakfield wins, only because I came straight from school in my CWC gear today. So,
which is okay. People know that. If they don't know, we're telling them right now that you are the assistant athletic director there, foul, at CWC. You do a fantastic job.
Where this assistant business came from.
Oh, the athletic director. Associate. I shouldn't have said
There
assistant.
you go.
Associate, I meant to say.
Yeah.
And then you also are the FIAD teacher. You're also the powerlifting coach.
That one, foul as well and out of play for Fisher. He's getting it dialed in a little closer.
And you had a good reason why not to grab a T-shirt for Jeff's live stream to put on, seeing as how you had to get to the doctor and find out you're going to have a son. So, again, congratulations to both you and Danielle and to the Hatcher family.
I don't think my little girls were as excited to be having a little brother, but
they will change their mind.
Absolutely. Foul ball again. Fisher battling up there at the plate. Hoffman doing a great job as well.
Unofficially, and I wish we had somebody who would be able to tell us officially, I have it at 74 pitches.
We've done something to catch up because that's where I'm at.
That's going to be fouled off. I've got 45 strikes, 30 balls, somewhere in there.
I'm at 31 and 43, but
yep.
We know how that goes.
I was probably sleeping and then just started hitting some buttons because I thought that's what it should have been. 1-2 is the count still to Fisher. Done a good job of fouling stuff off. That one he's going to put into play. Underneath the glove of Butine.
You're going to give him the error
I am giving him an error on that one because that's a routine play for the third baseman. And Jackson is struggling today at third base. I have that down for his third error. I think you were generous and gave a base hit on one of them, but neither one of us are official scorers, so it doesn't really matter how we put it down.
That's right. A little over an hour into this game already, and Saturday, I think, when we went from the bottom of the fifth to the bottom of the sixth inning, and it took an hour. It's quite the long game on Saturday. This one moving along pretty good in comparison.
Yeah. Well, it does make a difference when you have pitching.
It does. It does. Makes a big difference.
Back-to-back double headers are just way too difficult. Throws over to first.
A lot of fun to play, but for a lot of these small schools, it's you run out of pitching quickly.
Yeah, and I get it too, but Randolph's just down the road. To do a home and away would have been pretty easy, I think, to find someplace. Especially a little bit later on as I'm looking into our CWC schedule. We don't have another game, I don't think, after this. At home.
Steal attempt.
Thrown into the outfield. Fisher's going to stay.
Good stolen base for Fisher.
Is that a strike?
I believe that is a strike on there, finally.
That's what they say there. Here comes the pitch. Inside for a ball. 1-1.
Moser gets the signal. A dangerous pick off to second. If it works, great. You got an out, but there's so much that can go wrong in a runner essentially running downhill towards home.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Got to keep him honest. I get that, but that throw out there is very iffy. We've seen it not work out a few times. That one straight up. Hoffman calls it. Oh, Golday calls him off.
Typical, again, that is not usually the play. You usually have your second baseman try and take that one. Just, again, because the first baseman has a different type of catching glove. But I believe that Levi was breaking back to the base to hold the runner. And Mitchell Moser pop fly.
Drazkowski 0 for 1, a fly out and a walk on the day. That one is in play. Butine handles the big bounce across the diamond for the out.
I don't know where he's going, though.
I guess he thought that was it, maybe.
Did he forget that he had the error for that move Fisher into base? Maybe. That kind of shows right now a little bit what's happening with Jackson. Might make sure he keeps his head in the game here.
Owen Lawson back at the plate. Walking a single so far today. Ball one. Zach has done a better job here in the last few innings. His balls to strikes are getting a little more tilted towards the strikes like you would want to see.
He is so lucky that hit in the back. Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it's sailing into center. For what reason?
Yeah, he's got a big lead.
He's got 2 strikes. It doesn't matter. He's got 2 outs already. Get the batter.
The guy at the plate. There we go. Strike one. 1-1 the count to Lawson. Pulls that one just foul. 1-2.
Take your hitter out to get your third out. Let him hit it on the ground. Trust your defense.
It's done well for him so far. I'd be trying it again. That one out of play.
Lawson has hit the ball hard, but he is a fly out and a walk. We'll start this back over, 1-2. 2 down here for Zach Hoffman on the mound. Oaks are trailing by a run, 3-2. Here in the top of the 5th.
Owen Lawson needed to think it over. That one does not bounce. Butine tried to anticipate the hop as it squeaks by him.
Allows the runner to advance.
One.
Now he's going to get to 3.
Owen Lawson stands up at third. So how would you score that one, Jeff?
Well, it's going to be an E5 first because it gets underneath the glove of your third baseman, routine fielder. And then it's the runner advances home, and then Lawson advances on the throwing error.
There we go.
I don't know how I'm way off of here.
Foul ball.
Yeah, who's up to hit?
Kautzer?
Kautzer. What is going on here? Moser? Yeah, somehow I got this all messed up. That's a base hit.
Hard line drive back up the middle. Owen Lawson will stroll across the plate. James Kautzer keeping his streak alive.
Moser, if I remember correctly, he popped out right to first base.
I believe so. Yes.
So somewhere in there, this all got messed up for me. So I'll see if I can.
Bo Bile steps into the box. Fouls off the first one.
And then Dreskowski did not reach, right?
Scroll back up.
Yeah, if you can also just pop over to your.
Truskowski grounds out to third.
That's right.
Yeah, and Muzzer was the pop fly to first.
Hit on the ground by Bo Bile, grabbed over there by Butine, fires across the diamond and gets the out. But 2 runs come across for the Mighty Oaks. I don't know how many hits. I'll have to leave that to you if you can recall. If not, we'll come back and we'll give it to you here in this half inning. You got her there.
No, 1 hit.
1 hit. So 2 runs on 1 hit. 1 left on after 4.5 your score, 4-3, the Mighty Oaks. We'll be back.
Booster Club, a nonprofit organization that supports athletics and other projects that affect the youth of the Oakfield community, is a proud sponsor of the Mighty Oaks game. The Oakfield Booster Club helps pay the participation fees for numerous teams in summer leagues, provides funds to upgrade equipment, donates to local organizations and charities, and provides several scholarships to senior athletes annually. The Oakfield Booster Club wishes the Mighty Oaks good luck. Let's go, Oaks.
King Manufacturing. Since 1926, we have been known for our first-class buildings and canopies. Did you know we do all kinds of metalwork? We offer a variety of decor available for purchase from other businesses. Designs range from holiday decor to sports to hobbies. Finished items can be wall hangings, outdoor garden decor, coffee tables, and so much more. If you are looking for address plaques, property signage, or awards plaques, King can make them. These are highly customized and durable products with your own street number, name, or event. A variety of fonts are available, and we can add our automotive-grade paint in a custom color, suitable for indoor or outdoor uses. Pricing varies. Call Joe Barnes at King Manufacturing. From design to completion.
Whether you enjoy the sunshine of summer with boating, jet skiing, UTV riding, mowing lawn, gardening, or camping, enjoy the leaves falling in autumn, getting to that perfect nature walk or hunting, or enjoying the Wisconsin snowfall hiking, four-wheeling, snowmobiling, traveling across the state, or just driving up and down your driveway, call PT Tire and Service for all your automotive and recreational needs. Call 920-346-TIRE.
Welcome back here to Schlieve Field. Oaks lead 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th. Brant Billy starting things off here for the Crusaders.
See one of the Oakfield players leaving. I'm not sure who that is. Must have something that's going on yet tonight.
Yeah, what's going on? Let's see, a number could tell who that was.
I don't think it's Kautzer is not behind the plate anymore.
No, Kautzer is not behind the plate.
That is number 2, who's behind the plate. That's going to be Carson Fisher.
Jack
Colleen.
Fisher.
Nope, Colleen moved over, looks like over to short. So let's see if we can get some of these changes that they didn't normally they're supposed to give us. And then I believe Colleen is over at short. And I'm guessing, I think you're right, I think Jack Fisher may have moved over to
12, is it second now?
12?
Truskowski is it second?
I don't think so. I think, is he then not in left?
Nope. I am all out of whack here. Now who's in left?
I'm wondering
Is that Jack Fisher?
No, I think you're right. I think it is Draskowski who is over at second. And then I think in left is going to be Jack Fisher, is who I'm going to put in there.
That's who I'll put in there.
All right, we'll see if that's correct. If that's we're wrong, will somebody let us know? We'll be glad to have that in the chat. I mean, we didn't normally they're supposed to report that so we have an idea of, because I'm pretty sure that looked like to me that was James Kautzer who was leaving. Right up the middle. What a good backhand there by Draskowski. And I flipped to the wrong camera view. And legging out the single is Brant Billy. To get things started here for the Crusaders.
Skalma looking to get something going for himself and the team as well. 0 for 2 on the day, a couple of ground outs.
I have 1 to the shortstop and 1 to the second baseman. See if they try and run on Carson Fisher behind the plate. I'm assuming they would know that there was a change in the defense.
Skalma lays down the bunt. Will beat that one out. No, they got him at first.
Yep, they did.
Tried to-
So on the 1-3 putout advances the runner, so it doesn't count as a sacrifice.
Bring up Gavin Goldade. He watches strike one. One and one the count to Goldade.
Too many things going on. Too many buttons I'm clicking.
Ball two.
2-1. The Crusaders trying to get that run back, trailing here by 1 run at Schlieve Field, 4-3. Brant Billy is that runner in scoring position at second.
Strike two.
Bottom of the 5th inning. It has been pretty decent baseball. Take away. Yep, I was wondering if they were going to give time. Especially, again, you take away those 3 errors that I have. I mean, I have 4, but 3 of them at third base for sure. And then the throwing error out and left.
Goldade hits that one high.
Dreskowski
Shallow
goes
right
out,
center.
grabs a hold of it. I don't know where the right fielder was playing. It was almost on the line. Wow, I mean, I just wasn't even paying attention to that, but I saw him running. He came running from almost over by the line. There was a huge gap in right center. It's a good thing you got a good athlete in Dreskowski out there to get the out.
He tracked that ball down a long ways. Right
Again,
field
you can
was
see the
back
same
in
thing, right?
corner, Yeah. Zach Hoffman watches that breaking ball for strike one.
That is just a huge hole in right center right now.
Huge gap out there. Second base over, trying to cover the runner.
And I'm not sure why. They haven't shown that they can't pull the ball. They haven't pushed stuff down the right field line.
Another pickoff attempt out here at second. Billy scrambles back.
Yeah, it was a half-hearted attempt. It was more as an I see you
You're right.
rather than a try to.
Keeping him honest.
Right. It wasn't the pirouette spin throw that's going to be fouled off. Makes it a 1-2 count as Billy was taken off.
Somebody got some signs mixed up there.
Yeah, I would say.
1 and
Unless it was
2
supposed to be a
count.
hit and run.
Right. Curveball to Erber.
Oh, my goodness.
Didn't pick it up.
What is going on over there at third base today?
So we call that one an error.
Yeah, big time error. Wow. Should be out of the inning.
That'll bring up number 12, Jackson Butine, runners on first and second. Tying and go-ahead runs if the Crusaders can make something happen. Billy gets down and out.
Toast
at third. Nope, waiting on the call. There it is. Caught stealing. 2-5 put out.
Yep. No runs on one hit. One error for sure. I want to say it was one hit.
Yeah, one hit.
And one error. And one left on. After 5 complete, your score 4-3. The Oaks of Oakfield with the lead, and they're coming up to bat. You're listening to Jeff Sauer along with the Dr. Cameron Hatcher here on Jeff's live stream.
Terry Holes and Ada Shun-Jones Realty is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. With over 20 years of full-time experience in the real estate industry, Terry has had the privilege of helping clients buy and sell homes and properties totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. His deep knowledge of the market, attention to detail, and commitment to clients has driven his success and made each transaction a positive experience. Terry was born and raised in Oakfield. He and his family have deep ties to the community. Terry knows this area when it comes to real estate. Contact Terry at 920-238-5558 for all your realty needs in the greater Oakfield area. Or check him out on Facebook at Terry Holes Realtor.
Born from a single retail project, WDS Construction has evolved into a nationwide general contractor and construction management company. But we're so much more than that. Retail is changing, and it's changing fast. No matter where you are, what you do, or how you sell products to your customers, we're with you every step of the way to lay the groundwork for whatever lies ahead. Building trust through results, and our commitment to provide a customer-driven experience without question. With 4 generations at the foundation of WDS, we've built a reliable client base and a passionate team to bring big-time experience, commitment, and satisfaction to your next project. Because we are built to build better.
Back here at Schlieve Field, strike number 1.
Excuse me. Sorry about that. 1-1 the count. Brody Colleen, Carson Mulder at short, bobbles it. No throw.
Another error.
Alex Erber steps into the box, gets his sign from coach. Ball 1. So is that they move Hoffman out to left, I'm assuming? Two and 0 the count to Alex Erber.
Yeah,
Strike 2. Colleen's small lead over there at first. Calma not too worried about it. That one will make the count full. Erber battling, fouls that one off.
Yeah, sometimes this program causes a big distraction for me.
It can do that. Once you learn it and get the hang of it, it's fairly easy until one of those
you make a mistake.
Interesting plays happen,
Yeah.
and then it's gonna be a little cumbersome. Gets him swinging on that one, Jacob Skalma.
Brings up the number 9 hitter, number 20, Brent Morrell. Brody Colleen sitting over at first base for the Oaks.
Rell lays down the bunt. Miscommunication by the Crusaders. Everybody's safe.
Can't give an error because nobody played it. So it's an infield single.
We'll bring up Carson Fisher, top of the lineup for the Oaks here with 2 on. 1-run lead. Top of the 6th. Time running out here for the Crusaders. Not where they want to be.
No. Again, this is a little bit more reminiscent to the game that was played at Oakfield. Oakfield jumped out to the, or over there, CWC jumped out to the lead, and Oakfield battled their way back.
Mm-hmm.
Good pitch right there by Jacob Skalma for a strike. Kind of, a little bit right now. Oakfield is sitting here again. They were battling back, and they were getting back into it. There's 1 out, runners at first and second for the Oaks. In the dirt, 1-1. Want to thank all of our sponsors again. I saw some pictures on Facebook. We were covering softball on Saturday. But I saw some pictures from on Facebook from Hookstras that there was a lot of kiddos that went out there and planted some flowers for Mom.
Oh, yeah. Kindergarten class got to go out and do that. Actually, they might have taken a lot more than it, but I know the kindergartners went.
Yeah.
All 3.
I don't necessarily know that it's actually the worst thing that he walks him. I know that he's hit the ball hard, a ground out and an error pop fly. And he's going to draw the walk.
Whether he did it on purpose or not.
Right.
I'll bring up Moser with the bases loaded.
0 for 3 on the day, though. It's a couple of infield pops up twice into the infield.
And 1 to the outfield.
And grounded out. So that means Mitchell is due if you're an Oaks fan. Bases loaded, infield's drawn in. Pops that one up again, gets underneath it. Did a hard break. Golday, that's a fair ball. 1 run's going to score. And that's going to go for a single.
So Colleen scored on that one?
Yep. All the runners move up.
Drazkowski up to the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. Fly out, ground out, and a walk.
The bases are still loaded with pretty good speed on the bases in Moser and Fisher. And Brent Morrell sitting at third. And Henry Drazkowski with good speed coming out of the box. 1 out. Pulls his head a little bit on that one. Strike 1. 1-1.
Folks, get in that chat. Let us know who we should be interviewing after the game, what players you'd like to see us talk to.
Nice breaking ball right there. Oh, must have been a little bit high at the front of the plate.
Only thing I can imagine there, but yeah. Good looking breaking ball by Skalma.
2-1. 3-1, no place to put him. Hitters count right here for Drazkowski. And we interviewed him at Oakfield because he had a heck of a day at the plate and out in the outfield, out in the second basement, if I remember correctly. Big swing there for a strike.
Full count. Big out here. Drazkowski drives that one.
In the gap.
In the gap, and it's down. It's going to score at least 2. As Morrell and Fisher both cross home.
The single scores 2.
Moser on second, Drazkowski on first. Owen Lawson up to bat. Oaks lead 7-3.
My fat fingers keep hitting this button over and over, and now I'm not even on the main.
Lawson shows bunt.
That surprises me.
Yep, in for strike 1.
Moser over at second base. Henry Drazkowski sitting at first. Owen Lawson just attempted a bunt. That one should be a good shot here. Moser's off the base. He had a chance to tag because
Hoffman
was going to the wrong side of the outfielder. And Hoffman gets the out.
That will bring up number 3, Jack Fisher.
We think that he's the one that came in to
for
left
Kautzer,
field.
and they shuffled everything around. Yeah. Hope everything's all right.
Yeah, he had everything packed up. I'm guessing that he had to leave for some
sort of function. Yeah.
Yep, some other engagement that happens at this time of year, especially for seniors. They have all kinds of things that they have to attend. We know that because we normally have a showcase. 1-1 is the count. We wanted to have both the softball and the baseball showcase, but it would have been this tomorrow on Wednesday for softball, but it's the seating meeting, so the coaches couldn't make it. And then the following week is scholarships for 2 of the districts. Runners advance.
1-2. Count to Jack Fisher. Two outs for the Crusaders, looking to get out of the 6th, top of the half of the 6th here without any more damage. Skalma puts one by him.
And goes down swinging for the out. But further damage has been done as the score. Is that right? 7-3? That's the same score that we had at Oakfield. Going into the 6th.
2 hits that inning.
Okay. 1 error? No errors, I don't think.
Yeah.
And 2 left on base. Excuse me. After 5.5 complete, your score is 7-3. We'll be back here at Schlieve Field.
Of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Looking for something special in your child's education? The choices you make for your child today will impact their future forever. At CWC, we provide a Christ-centered education that shapes students academically, spiritually, and personally. From our exceptional elementary and middle schools to to the academic rigor of life-enriching programs of our high school. CWC offers a place for students to grow and thrive. Our approach integrates faith into every subject, helping your child see the world through God's eyes. To learn more or schedule a visit, go to wearecwc.org.
Welcome back here to Schlieve Field. Leading things off is Jackson Butine. Last time up, he had a good stroke out into left center for a double. First pitch in is a ball. Neither one of us have an official pitch count here for Mitchell because, again, the way that we're trying to play with the programming and stuff like that. And I can hear you because I know what I'd be doing. I'm sitting in my lounge chair. I'm watching this on YouTube. My first comment would be, why aren't you using paper and pencil? Because I would do much better with it, no doubt about it, except for my arm is still in a sling in the right side, and I can't write for crummy with it. So it would have been, it's really a horse apiece. And that's part of the reason why I also fall behind here in making the switching and stuff, because I can't reach across my body yet and get to push buttons. That one's going to be grounded out to the shortstop, fires across, and Brody Colleen to get the second out. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Well, 3 pitches, I take that back.
Ryden Perry looking to continue on his success, 2 for 2 on the day. A pair of singles for the freshman. There it is. That one finds the gap.
Ryden Perry having a day.
Stand up double. Ryden Perry said he's not done.
No, not at all.
Carson Mulder steps in.
0 for 1 for today.
Don't
Sacrifice bunt and then an error.
Don't have to get them all here.
No. I would think that their goal would be, and I know that they're not, I mean, yes, you got to take the pitch that if it's there, but you want to try and chase Moser out if you can, since he's held him, kept him pretty much at bay.
There it is. Jack Fisher able to get up under that one for out number 3. The Oaks will escape to the 7th. No runs.
1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After 6 complete here at Schlieve, your score is 7-3. The Mighty Oaks coming up to bat here in the top of the 7th.
Welcome to Hookstra's Market & Greenhouse. Here at Hookstra's Market & Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hookstra's Market & Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
Andy Kolker at My Property Shop is ready to assist you with your real estate needs. She prides herself on quick and smooth transactions with excellent negotiation skills. She is the local agent who puts your needs ahead of her own. Andy has already sold over $1 million in property in the first quarter of 2025. Do you want quality, detailed, accurate information in the real estate market? If so, contact Andy today. My Property Shop, located at 6 East Franklin Street, Waupun, or call or text 920-296-8738.
Hello.
Double-digit scores. Welcome back here to Schlieve Field. Getting things started here top of the 7th. Bo Bowell leading things off for the Oaks, looking to add on that 7-3 lead.
We're just talking off air here about, what's been the difference, because really when you look at it, CWC has played very well. And even the game that they lost over at Oakfield, they played very well. But you have a couple of mistakes that you make, whether it's base running mistakes or even regular errors. Again, I cannot say, and I haven't seen all of the games, obviously. You saw games, on Saturday.
Timely, costly errors. You walk a batter, you hit a batter, bases get loaded. All it takes is one mistake to score a couple of runs, and
I
you're
haven't
in a bad way quick.
I haven't seen Jackson, though, have that many errors. 3 of them today, maybe 4, depending upon how you mark it. That's going to be
very unlike Jackson out there. Skalma got away with one there on that off-speed pitch. Bobile is not sure what to do with it.
Carson had an error at short, and you can forgive one. Good base. Good play there by Carson Mulder. Stays down on it, just as we mentioned his name. Good fundamentals right there. Stayed with it, picked it up, fired across the diamond, and gets Bobile on the 6-3 putout.
Brody Colleen steps to the plate, 1 for 3 on the day with a single and an error. Foul ball, strike 1. I think Skalma's done a pretty good job here coming in
relief, yeah.
In relief, picking up for Hoffman.
Although he's going to be the one
right
that's going to get, I believe he's the one that gets tagged for the 3 runs, though, in the 6th inning. Hoffman gave up 2 in the 5th to give up the lead, so Skalma won't get the loss.
Pop fly a little short. Hoffman coming in. Carson Mulder able to track it down.
Nice catch there by Mulder. However, the play technically should have been by Hoffman, as he was there in time. How does that not happen? Lack of communication, right? You got to be yelling, I got you, I got it, whichever it happens to be.
Always the one coming in always has precedence because it's a little easier for him to make that play. Herber grounds that one to Jackson Butine. Throw wild, gets past Goldade.
In the dirt for another error for Jackson Butine.
Very unlike Jackson. Brent Morrell steps in for the Oaks. 2 outs, 1 on. Looking to extend this 7-3 lead. Ball 1 in low for Skalma.
1-0. 2 outs for the Oaks. CWC's needs to get out of here.
Morrell drives that one right over Skalma's head. He's up easy for a single.
Is that his second back-to-back singles for Morrell?
That'll bring up Carson Fisher for the Oaks. Top of the lineup here.
Still 2 down. Fisher was moved to the catching position. Herber over at second. He's not going anywhere. Ball 1.
That one hit shallow left. Hoffman waits for the hop. Comes up throwing.
Smart play, I think, there by Jonah Krug to hold Alex Herber. You know that he is not the fleetest of foot. So, yes, you can try and force the throw, but with 2 outs, why? Especially when you have Mitchell Moser coming up. Now, Mitchell, the games that we have watched, he has struggled at the plate for the Oaks, but we saw before that he has a pretty solid batting average.
Just one of those days, 1 for 4 today. He's certainly getting his looks.
Bases loaded with 2 outs. This is exactly the same thing the last time that they were here, but it was in the it was the top of the 7th. They were trailing. They needed a base hit out of him.
And there it is, right on cue. Squeezes that one past Carson Mulder at shortstop. Play at the plate.
Good play
He's out.
there. Nice throw by Zach Hoffman. One run scores, and then Morrell gets put out.
That'll bring up Lawson Phillips for the Crusaders here to start things off. Bottom of the 7th with the top of your lineup.
We'll step aside and we'll be back.
Or with Jeff's live stream. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast. Our purpose, first and foremost, is to bring glory to God. Second is to draw attention to the student athletes, promote the great things they and their schools are doing, and promote the businesses and the people running them within our communities. Our mission is to create memories for student athletes, families, teams, and communities, as well as allowing for viewers to see their athletes or teams perform regardless of where the viewer is located. If you'd like to join us as a sponsor to help us fulfill our purpose and mission, feel free to give me a call at 920-345-2066 or email me at livestreamjeff@gmail.com. I'd love to talk.
Welcome back here to Schlieve Field. We're still waiting for Carson Fisher to get the catching gear on. Mitchell was also the one that was out there on base, so he just got on there and started throwing his warm-ups. I wanted to come back and make sure I had the opportunity here to thank all of our sponsors here in person. I don't get a big chance to do that all the time, but again, I want to thank all of our sponsors, the majority of whom understand the importance here for the smaller schools and the coverage that we get here. So we've got a couple that are supportive from the Oakfield community. And again, thank you so much to Katie's Log Cabin, who's been with us since the beginning. And thank you to Terry Holtz, who's jumped on here to pick up with the spring season, actually jumped in for the end of the winter season and has jumped here. And I appreciate his sponsorship. And again, Hookstra's, huge sponsor for CWC. Thank you again to Glenn and Sherry over there. Jumped on again since day one. And the same thing for Sam's Well Drilling. Everybody over there, but I work with Faith, so really appreciate the sponsorship there. And then the sponsors that we got here. Thank you to Andy Coker for jumping on here from My Property Shop, deciding to jump in and take advantage of our May special. So we're hoping that we can keep all of those sponsors connected with us. And once again, obviously, a huge shout out to King Manufacturing and Warren Bailey, the very first one who jumped on. He's doing local project here. He's working on the canopies here at the Quick Trip. Ball number 1 to Lawson Phillips. Also to Ben Westra at WDS Construction. A huge, huge CWC and a community sponsor. And again, thank you for, since day one, jumping on and believing what we were doing here at Jeff's live stream. So again, I'm going to give a shout out there. I'm sure I'm missing several of those sponsors. Generations Lanes for Laconia and Jeremy Brenner, and he also runs the angling only service. Thank you to Jeremy. Great food over there at Generations Lanes in El Dorado. That's going to be fouled off as well.
2-2.
I wish I knew the exact pitch count. I'm guessing that I'm somewhere right around 87 it would be for Mitchell Mosier. So he probably will be able to finish the game here again as he did over at Oakfield. Fouls that one off. Good job there by Lawson to stay alive.
Lawson knows what his pitch count is, and he's going to try to get him there.
That's what we would be doing if we were back coaching again. We'd be talking to the kids to stay deep in the count, depending upon where you were at. I mean, 20 is a lot of pitches to try and get through, but if you're looking at 15, Lawson himself has just picked up 4 of those, or 5 of them.
5 of them, yeah.
Little bit high there on the breaker.
Breaking ball just misses.
I would agree with that. As we've talked about, we can't see the very front of the plate. So it's not where the catcher catches it. It's where it is at the front of the plate. And Blue has been very consistent today. I think. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are.
I'll have to agree with it as well. When it's missed, he's at least called that same pitch the same thing the next time.
Yeah, I think he's been very consistent with it. Central Wisconsin Christian needs runners here. The Crusaders got one on and Lawson Phillips. That's going to bring up number 2, Brant Billy. 1 for 3 on the day. Mitchell might be getting a little bit tired starting out with a ball once again. Again, it's so important for pitchers to get ahead in the count as early as possible, getting that first pitch strike. That's in there for a strike right at the letters. 1-1.
Mitchell heard you.
Nobody out for the Crusaders. Trying to battle back here. These two teams have split so far. There's the rubber match in the series. That's fouls back here.
Billy just barely able to turn on that one enough to foul it off, defend himself at the plate.
1-2 for Brant. Had a really good day so far behind the plate. There was only one ball that got past him that I recall.
Hasn't had to work too terribly hard today behind the plate. Easy for us to say sitting
right
up here in the shade.
Got him looking.
Strikeouts are never good for your team, but even something about them when they're backwards makes it even worse.
Yeah, and you know that you've got to be up there. You've got to be protecting the plate. Anything that's close, you need to be able to battle back into this.
Don't have the time or the outs left to gamble with it. Skalma right down to business. Oaks unable to turn two. Oh, there's he was off the bag at second.
And he was. I was wondering if they were going to be generous with it, but he was way off the bag. You should be able to see it there on the instant replay. He caught it and was trying to flip.
So what would you call that?
That's going to be an error on the second baseman stepping off the bag.
That'll bring up Gavin Goldade.
Because that was a great pick there by the shortstop. Flipped it exactly where it needed to be.
Goldade 0 for 2 on the day with a walk.
Now you got Phillips over at second, Skalma at first. First pitch in there, big strike by Goldade. Breaking ball doesn't break soon enough, hangs up there. 1-1 with one out. Again, unofficially, I've got him at 93 pitches. I'm guessing it's probably 95, 96, 97. That's going to stay up there for a ball. We'll find out here shortly.
If he is getting close, yeah.
Can throw 105 in high school. Here comes the pitch. Big swing for a strike as Mitchell goes right after him. 2-2. Now, it's also, if you start a batter, if he starts at 104, he gets to finish the batter. So it's not at 105, you're done automatically. That's going to be hit on the ground. Let's see if, that's going to be booted. Tough play, but Brody Colleen tried to play it with the backhand, and that'll be an error on the shortstop.
Might be at his pitch count here. Either that or the Oaks are just going to go ahead and make a change anyways.
I think that he would. There's no way he would not let him try and finish. I don't know where he's at. So I had a total of 96. I'm guessing that it was we were off probably by 10-ish. Would be probably pretty close. Coming in to pitch is going to be Henry Drazkowski from second base, and that surprised to me that he's the one that made the error over there at second by stepping off of the base. With only one out, we're going to step aside here as bases are loaded for CWC. We'll be back.
The Oakfield Booster Club, a nonprofit organization that supports athletics and other projects that affect the youth of the Oakfield community, is a proud sponsor of the Mighty Oaks game. The Oakfield Booster Club helps pay the participation fees for numerous teams in summer leagues, provides funds to upgrade equipment, donates to local organizations and charities, and provides several scholarships to senior athletes annually. The Oakfield Booster Club wishes the Mighty Oaks good luck. Let's go, Oaks.
PT Tire and Service has been at 301 East Clark Street in Brandon for over 20 years. The owners, Tony and Pam Sauer, are dedicated to their community and their customers. They serve the auto repair, tire, and wheel needs of customers in Brandon and the rest of central Wisconsin. We're on call 24/7 for roadside assistance and on the farm service for customers. For auto repairs, tires, and wheels, come see us in person or request a quote online. PT Tire and Service, you make the call and leave the rest to us. Call 920-346-TIRE.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at angling.
Welcome back to Schlieve. First pitch by Henry Draskowski. What a pick. Oh, wow, what a pick for the non-regular catcher in Carson Fisher.
Great move to get over there and get that one in the dirt. Hoffman pulls that one down the line to Erber. He steps on third and holds it.
What on earth is going on here? Okay, so he does get the out. It's a fielder's choice that he steps on the base. The runner's going to score from third. So I guess he doesn't have to throw it and doesn't have to worry about making the error. It's just not something that you would normally see.
Strike one in there to Jackson Butine. 2 outs, 2 on. Now or never for the Crusaders. Butine, slow roller, chopper up the middle.
Whoa!
High throw down at first.
What
I'm
a
gonna
stretch.
say Owen Lawson able to get the stretch and keep that toe on the bag.
And that is going to do it here at Schlieve. Stay with us as we get ready for our post-game show. 8-4 is your final score as the Oaks take down the Crusaders. We'll be back.
gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Terry Holes and Ada Shun-Jones Realty is a proud sponsor of high school athletics. With over 20 years of full-time experience in the real estate industry, Terry has had the privilege of helping clients buy and sell homes and properties totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. His deep knowledge of the market, attention to detail, and commitment to clients has driven his success and made each transaction a positive experience. Terry was born and raised in Oakfield. He and his family have deep ties to the community. Terry knows this area when it comes to real estate. Contact Terry at 920-238-5558 for all your realty needs in the greater Oakfield area. Or check him out on Facebook at Terry Holes Realtor. Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
The CWC Athletic Booster Club is proud to support this broadcast. The CWC Athletic Booster Club is a not-for-profit organization made up of CWC athlete family members and friends of the school. The club's goals are to support improvements of the CWC athletic facilities and programs, such as the recent investment into the school's new weight room, while also investing in the spiritual and physical growth of its athletes. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Booster Club or making a donation, email crusaderboosters@cwc.org. Good luck, Crusaders.
Welcome back here to Schlieve Field. The final score is 8-4. Let's take a look at some of the statistics that we have here really was an error fest. If you're asking me to put a final summation on the game, 6 errors by Central Wisconsin Christian, 4 errors by the Oaks. But let's take a look at some of the final statistics here. For the visiting team, Brent Morrell goes 2 for 4, batting .500. And then Mitchell Mosier was 2 for 5, batting .400. Really, that's basically about it that had it. 8 hits earned by Oakfield. All of them were singles. And there were 8 RBIs. Moser with 2, Drazkowski with 2 RBIs for the team. Batting average ended up being a .242 for the game. 4 walks, 3 strikeouts, 2 of them swinging, 1 looking, and only 1 hit by pitch, 2 stolen bases for the visitors. On the mound, pitching Mitchell Mosier. Again, I believe that he probably had 100 at several pitches there. I have his strike ratio at .63, so 65 strikes to 40 balls. His earned run average was a 2.21. He had 4 Ks, 2 strikeouts, swinging, 2 looking, gave up 6 hits, and trying to go back here and find out, and he had 4 walks. Coming out in relief to end the game, Henry Drazkowski comes in and he throws 5 pitches and gets the final 2 outs of the inning. So no hits and no runs are charged to Drazkowski, the visiting Oaks. Let's take a look at the final stats here for the home team, Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders. At the plate, Zach Hoffman, 1 for 3. Otherwise, we did not have that many hits, if I have it down here correctly. 6 hits. I take that back. Huge day. My apologies right here. Ryden Perry, 3 for 3 at the plate. The zeros all got mixed in there. Batting 1,000 for the day. So 6 hits total for the Crusaders. And Perry, the freshman, has 3 of them, 3 for 3. What a fantastic outing at the plate for Ryden Perry. He had 2 singles and a double. Of the 6 hit, 4 of them were singles and 2 were doubles for the Crusaders. Lawson Phillips drew 2 walks of the 4 walks that were earned. 2 strikeouts again, swinging, and 2 looking for a total of 4 strikeouts. Nobody hit by pitch, and 2 stolen bases. On the mound for the Crusaders, Zach Hoffman. Again, I know that he had to be pretty close. I had him down for 92 pitches, 57 strikes, 35 balls. He gave up 5 runs, 1 strikeout, and that was a strikeout that was looking. And he had 3 walks on the day. Jacob Skolma came in relief. I had Skolma down for 42 pitches. I had 26 strikes and 18 balls. And he gave up 3 runs. 2 of those 3 were earned. Going back to Zach, he gave up 5 runs. 2 of them were earned. Skolma with 2 strikeouts, both of them swinging. He gave up 6 hits and walked 1. And that's what I've got here for your pitching stats. The final score, once again, Central Wisconsin Christian Crusaders fall to the Mighty Oaks of Oakfield, 8-4 here at Schlieve Field. We hope that you've enjoyed our broadcast here. Again, thank you to all of our sponsors for jumping on board here with us and believing in what we do. We really have had so far an absolutely amazing first year. It's not over yet. We know that, but I cannot stop without giving thanks to everybody. So let's end this thing here with a prayer. Heavenly Father, I want to thank you again, first of all, for the wonderful day that you have given us here on earth one more time. And I hope that we were able to bring joy to you in our actions and everything that we did today here on this beautiful day here, especially in Waupun. Thanks again for these fantastic young people that you have put in front of us here and the opportunity for them to compete and play the athletics that and use the skills that you have given to them. Heavenly Father, we just pray that you'll continue to be with them and guide them as they are continuing to find their way. We ask, Lord, that you will be with Oakfield as they travel home and that they will be safe on their way back to their community. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Thanks again for joining me here on Jeff's live stream. Thank you to the Dr. Cameron Hatcher once again, and congratulations to the Hatcher family on finding out he still can't get that smile off of his face that he's going to be the proud papa of a boy coming in a couple of months. Take care, God bless, and we can't wait to see you at a diamond near us. Well, before we do that, let me just make sure I pop this on here on the postgame. Tomorrow we've got 2 games of softball. We got Laconia at Mayville, or Mayville at Laconia. That's going to be a dandy. In baseball, I've got that game. And then Justin is going to go over to Kewaskum, and he's going to cover Waupun at Kewaskum in softball. That game we had before was just a 1-run game for the Kewaskum and Waupun in softball. On Thursday, we've got softball, a doubleheader at Oakfield, as Wayland will be taking at the Oakfield Lady Oaks. And then we will also be covering a soccer game between WLA and CWC as Jordan King will be on the call, our friend from the Flyway Focus. Friday, we've got 2 games on the docket as well. And then on Saturday, we are covering the Oakfield tournament. We're going to cover all 6 games. I only have 4 of them listed here because those are the ones that Waupun and Oakfield are playing in. But we're going to cover the second round as well with 2 games each. So we've got things packed once again here on Jeff's live stream. Again, thanks for watching us here. Take care, God bless, and we can't wait to see you at a diamond near us. Thank you for watching our broadcast. A shout out to our sponsors. This is Jeff Sauer. I hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Until next time, may God bless you today and every day.